Hello and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. I'm Blue,
And I'm Jordan.
and I'm excited to talk about this one because we're getting back to our Power Rangers. Oh, real quick, Jordan, did you hear the last episode?
No, what was it?
It was Scotty. Scotty was on, and he gave me a lecture about G.I. Joe, and it was really good.
Ah, damn, I gotta listen to that.
I learned so much. I thought that I had a
Beam
pretty
me up, Scotty.
thanks. I thought I had a pretty clear grasp of what the deal was with G.I. Joe, and he's like, so back in the 50s, I'm like, the 50s? He's like, they were
The
like the big
50s?
Barbie dolls. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, every time I hear Scotty's name, my brain goes, beam me up, Scotty.
such a dork, man. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
I've
no,
been
we're going to talk
watching the
about
original Star
non-dorky,
Trek
manly
recently.
man things today, namely Power Rangers. Um, okay, so now I do this little in joke that I always have to make an out joke because I need to share my sense of humor with the world because I'm gonna die someday, so I gotta leave
I'm
somewhat.
excited to know what this one means.
Yeah, so the episode title is called "Go Bust a Nut." Now, the obvious sex joke aside, the reason is because we're talking about Power Rangers Beast Morphers, which is based on Super Sentai Go Buster.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Now,
Okay,
I
that's
actually
funny.
have. Thank you. I have a lot to say about this. So, now this is the first time with Power Rangers we've gone backwards in the order of Sentai. So,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Go Busters actually came out after, I believe it was like right after Gokaiger. Um, so, so after Super Mega Force, right? But
Yeah.
but we skipped ahead to Z Ryuger, which is Dino Charge, and then continued onward to, okay, I might butcher this one. There's like 3 or 4 different ninja series in Super Sentai, so please forgive me if I get the wrong one. I think it's Ninja.
Okay.
It's not Hurricaneger because that's Ninja Storm.
Right.
Uh, so I think it's that one. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But and so I was like, okay, so we abandoned Go Buster. We're not doing it, and I was bummed because Go Buster was one of the few ones that I'd actually seen a little bit of. It's really cool. It's like they're spies, they're secret agents. Um, they're like no nonsense. I think the first episode literally has them preparing to snipe a monster from from like a 5-story window or something. And then they like zip line down and they're wearing their like cool leather outfits, which is why the suits in this are like leather outfits and not your typical
I
spandex
do like
Power
that.
suit.
I really like the change.
Yes. And I should note that Go Buster had like 2 seasons. Go Buster season 1, or I don't know if they're defined as seasons, maybe they're arcs, but it's like there's a clear split in the story, right? The first
Hmm.
part is solely secret agent shit. They have vehicles as their Zords. They have normal like government. It's very it's Lightspeed Rescue. It's SPD. It's Time Force. It's a government type team, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then in the second part, they incorporate animal powers. So what Beast Morphers did is it just went straight to the animal shit. Um, and it just used stuff from both parts of the story interchangeably. And uh, the I think it becomes less cool when we incorporate the animal stuff because like every Power Rangers team under the sun pretty much has animal powers. It was nice to see just like super spies being Power Rangers, but so I was a little bummed to find out that we were immediately like, you guys are getting cheetah DNA, jackrabbit DNA, gorilla DNA. We're
Yeah.
being animal hybrid people. So I'm like, oh, okay. Um, so that's that's the little bit of history for Go Busters that I wanted to throw in there. Um,
Hmm.
I should note this is also the first time Hasbro owned Power Rangers. So we're now in the Hasbro era, the very short-lived Hasbro era.
I did not
Um,
realize this was a separate era.
yeah, it's literally just Beast Morphers and Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury.
Okay, cool.
Um, so it is the final of what I guess we'll probably be referring to as the like classics of Power Rangers, because we're doing some different shit going forward.
Yeah, true.
Um,
We're getting weird with it.
yeah, I think we're
We're
just gonna straight up
we're
like
going to Netflix originals after this.
yeah, I think we're just gonna reboot the franchise, which is it,
On maybe Disney Plus? I keep hearing lots of different things. That there's going to be a reboot, and then that the reboot's dead, and then that no one wants the reboot, and then that some people want the reboot, and then
I
that
mean,
Disney
I
Plus is
kind
doing
of
a
want
reboot.
it. I'm cautiously optimistic because while I'm not a big fan of tossing aside the previously established multiverse,
Hmm.
and the legacy of power, man, like but, but
Yeah,
if you remain tied to said legacy, you really remain chained down and you have to keep it super kid friendly. If you reimagine Power Rangers as something more mature, we can finally get
true.
some of the storytelling that I've always wanted that we've only really gotten in either small fits in things like Time Force or in the Boom Studios comics.
That's what I was
So,
about to say. We can finally do some comic-y feeling stuff.
yeah. Oh, God. Like, and you know what? This gives us a chance to do like a live action Lord Draken arc without people being like, but Jason David Frank, like, again, rest in peace, love him. But
Yeah.
if we're recasting Tommy Oliver as a new person because we're recasting everybody, then it would, hold on, this fucking cat, bro. What do you want? For those that don't know, there's a cat that lives here named Gus, and he's the most pathetic little bastard I've ever. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Okay, I might do this with a cat on my shoulder. So
Yeah, fair
here it
enough.
comes. Okay, so anyway, okay, where what was I talking about?
Reboot.
Right. Okay, the reboot of Power Rangers. So, um, yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I want them to have respect for the original, but I don't want them to remain tied down and like, well, we've got to let the little chitlins be able to watch this. But are you fucking kidding me? Now you want out? More out. Knock the shit out of you. Get out. Go. Is it on me for all of like 5 seconds? And it was like, okay, that's good.
That's good. I'm good. I've had my fill.
Jesus. All right.
That's funny.
Anyway, fucking cats.
Yeah, the last I saw was that it's like happening and that Disney Plus is doing it, but I never trust anything until like Disney Plus tells me they're doing it. You
Yeah,
know?
I get you. Okay. Let's talk about beat. I hate this fucking cat. Now he's back to meowing. I ain't opening my door again. Um, anyway, uh, let's talk about Beast Morphers.
Cool.
I want to get this out of the way real quick.
Hmm.
I was blown away by episode 1 of Beast Morphers.
This was a cool one.
Because, like, everything since Samurai has had extremely mediocre episode 1s. First of
Yeah,
all, again, with
true.
Samurai, our episode 1 wasn't even episode 1, it was episode 3. Ridiculous.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
then Super Mega, or not, Megaforce, um, just had like the most generic episode 1 you could ever get from a Power
And
Rangers
I
film.
hated everyone.
Episode 1 of Dino Charge was better, but
It was fun.
it
It was a good
wasn't
time.
enough for me to be immediately sold on it.
Right.
Um, uh, Dino Charge kind of has like a three-part opener, which I respect three-part openers. Most animes worth their salt do something like that.
Hmm.
So after three episodes, you kind of go, okay, I kind of see the direction we're going in with this series, and I'm on board. Um, Ninja Steel. Look, I was not a fan of the opening of Ninja Steel. I'm just the episode one is not it. Um, Again, I was excited for the game show aspect, but then you pretty quickly go, oh, that's not really going to be much of anything in this show.
True, yeah.
This had really great callbacks for deep cut Power Rangers fans.
Oh,
It
yes,
had
yes.
a very sensible adult cast. It had decent humor. But the main thing, the choreography. The
Hmm.
choreography in this episode was off the fucking charts. It's so good. The initial fight between Devin and Blaze, I remember like I sort of had to like sit up in my chair a little bit. I'm like, okay, hang on. They're making creative use of the environment, and
Yeah.
we got good camera angles, and it's not like jumping all over the place like some of the Disney era shots would. And
Yeah.
um, I love RPM, but if I will make any criticism, sometimes they do too much extreme close up, extreme shaky cam, quick cuts, like 5 cuts in 2 seconds. Like the action is sometimes hard to follow. I'm so sorry, RPM. I love you. I will never say anything bad about you again. But uh, yeah, the choreography is really good. And then later on, it's when they're fighting in. We'll get to it in a bit, but when they're fighting in the command center with the avatars, uh, Devin and Ravi both charge and do like a double flying kick, and it's so cool. I was like, holy shit! Um,
Yeah, they did good.
yeah, and it's clearly wire work, but it's good wire work. It's like something you'd see out of classic like exaggerated kung fu movies.
Yeah, true.
So I really like that. But the plot is, the Morphin Grid, e- essentially infinite wellspring of power. Somebody went,
Hmm.
why don't we like tap into that and use clean energy from it? So I should note real quick, this is yet another dimension. I believe this is our fourth dimension in the franchise because we've got the main dimension.
Yes.
We've got RPM's Corinth. We've got Dino Charge's Dino Land.
Dino Land, USA.
Yeah, I don't know what else you would call it. And then we've got this world. So because of Ninja Steel, its crossover had Wes giving everybody a bunch of trans-dimensional teleporters. Um,
Hmm.
we're now building a multiversal network for different Power Rangers to be able to communicate with each other. And I guess they found this dimension, and a bunch of the former Ranger teams gave them access to former Ranger technology, which will be a big deal later. Trust me, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But so they got to study it, tap into the Morphin Grid through this technology, and then went, so wait, you other three dimensions, you have all collectively used this for shooting big guns and making giant robots? And they're like, yeah, what else will we use it for? It's like, well, it's unlimited energy. Why don't you
The
make
benefit of mankind.
energy towers for mankind? And they're just like, oh, that sounds cool. So they're like, yeah.
I can
So
just, I really want it to picture it being like Wes or something, being like, you could have just used this to like power the whole world and eliminate, poverty or
yeah.
something. And they just goes, fuck!
And then Wes's dad comes around the corner like, see, son, this is the bad business practice. I'll tell you. He's like, get out, dad. Um, okay, so they had a kid, a prodigy scientist named Nate Silva. Okay, let's get this out of the way real quick. I was fucking furious with it. First of all, it's clear that the actor who plays this character, like, I can almost see the lines of his life, like a fucking clairvoyant. I know very clearly, based on one thing he does with his body language, like
Mhm.
something happened to him. I'm honing in on one thing he does. Can you? I wonder if you can guess what I'm about to talk about.
Which person are we talking about here?
Nate Silva.
Oh, I can't place it. I don't know what you're getting at.
Okay, he shows his teeth while smiling more than anyone I've ever seen in my life.
That
I'm
is
almost
true.
positive he got dental work done, um, and is like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
check out these
That
pearly
would
whites.
that would make sense. He does have pearly whites.
Even in the
Those are flawless teeth.
even in the opening, like everyone else does a little like turn and smirk or whatever. He literally has his head down, raises his head up to look at the camera, having this like terrifying serial killer smile the entire time. Uh,
Yep.
um,
You're right. Think you're right.
so so like. I just get to a point sometimes where like, all right, man, I get it. You can close your mouth a little bit more. Like, but anyway, the thing that really made me upset about Nate Silva, his last name is Silva.
Mhm.
He's not the Silver Ranger, which there is
That's
one.
true. That is true.
He's the Gold Ranger.
Yep. His
Would it
robot
have
friend
been
is the
so
Silver
hard?
Ranger.
Would it have been so hard to spray paint the robot? If you're going to make his last name Silva, make him the fucking silver one and make the robot
Yep.
the gold one.
Yep, 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 yep.
Ah,
That's funny.
infuriating. But anyway, so yeah, Nate, as a child, I guess, was able to harness morphing grid energy. And okay, this isn't how energy works, but I'm I'm choosing to view it as plasma, which isn't
Okay.
energy. It is matter. It's just energized matter.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to think of it as plasma runoff from the morphing grid being turned into a liquid form because you don't turn energy into a liquid form. That's not. That's like saying I turned this sound bite into a cookie. It's like, well, no, you didn't. That's not how
Yeah.
reality works. Um, yeah, so, but that's what they say. They say he turned the energy of the morphing grid into a liquid form. Um, whatever. And they call it MorphX. And so they
Yep.
have made MorphX towers over the city. There's like MorphX bikes that Zoe tries to get into play, like clean energy transportation, and it's really good. Um,
Hmm.
now there's a mayor of this city, Coral Harbor, Mayor Daniels, who makes a fantastic point because at first you think, oh, he's just going to be a fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Like a curmudgeon. You think he's
Yeah.
just going to
Yeah.
be like a bitter old man who's like, oh, this Power Rangers shit, I'm not for it. But no, he makes a fantastic point when he talks to Nate about it. He's like, because again, they've spoken with other dimensions, so they know what the lowdown is with this stuff. He's
Right.
like, every villain from Rita Repulsa to Sledge and Galvanax has wanted to steal the Power Rangers' power and use it to take over the Earth. And now you've just gift wrapped it for them. So what
Hmm.
do you think is going to happen next?
Yep.
Which I heard him say that, and aside from him name dropping Peter and all them, I'm like, damn, that's a good point, actually.
That is a good point.
Um, So their big plan is, don't worry, Mr. Mayor, we're making a team of Power Rangers of our own. Um, and Linkara brought this up, and I'm going to repeat it here. Why three? Why why three? You have an entire governmental organization. You have extremely easy access to this energy now that
Yeah,
you
you
can
apparently
multiply.
have limitless access to the morphing grid.
Yeah, you could literally make an army of Power Rangers to protect,
Yeah.
uh, but you 3, whatever. Anyway, bad decisions upon bad decisions. Um, now, uh, Devin, he is the son of the mayor, and he tries to sneak into Grid Battle Force. Okay, Devin is said by his dad to be an expert in martial arts and video games. And his dad says those aren't going to take you anywhere in life. And it's like, sir, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
Um, like the we've got professional video game teams which gain celebrity endorsements, and
Hmm.
we've got MMA fighters as celebrities. Like, yeah, he's fine. He's on the path. But because he's a gamer, he likes to challenge himself. So he hears that there's a battle simulator in Grid Battle Force that's supposed to be unbeatable. And so he's like, oh man, I could fight as a martial artist and I can challenge myself as a gamer. Yeah, I gotta get in there. He like copies he takes a screenshot of his dad's badge and uses it to
Yes.
sneak in. And while he's hearing all of this demonstration going on, he catches a glimpse of some evil shit going through the tubes. And
Hmm.
this is Evox, who is the villain of this season. He is the Evox virus,
Yep.
and he manages
Feel
to
like I've
infect.
heard of a virus being the villain before.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Um, so he manages to infect two of the three Rangers as they're getting the powers pumped into them because they mix the Morphex with animal DNA, which like oh man, it seems like a bad idea. I don't know to do it that way, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking what I know. I can't turn energy into liquid because I can't break the laws of physics. So I guess they're just operating with some shit I can't even comprehend. But so two of them, Blaze, which again, that's not a name, but let's just skate by it. His name is Blaze. He is the karate instructor that uh, got really weirdly pissed off at Devin and tried to attack him at the start of the show. Um, and Roxy, right? Did I get that
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yep.
The would be red and yellow rangers get infected. They both go comatose, and so what I thought was going to happen was that they were going to be transformed into evil rangers, but no, their actual bodies go comatose, and digital avatars that are essentially clones of them are
Yeah.
made with the evil ranger powers. So it's like they exist by draining the life force and consciousness of the real versions. So the real versions go into comas, but they're for all intents and purposes they're the same people. They're just evil versions.
Yep.
Um, and when it goes to happen to Ravi, who is Commander Shaw is the mentor of this season, and she's the leader of Grid Battle Force. It's her
Hmm.
son. Um, when it's about to happen to him, is it Devin shoots the tubes
Yes. 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 I think
and
so.
cuts off the connection, um, which is okay. Not to be the guy that's trying to point out plot holes in Power Rangers too much, but he shoots those tubes
Hmm.
and severs them, and they are not repaired when Ravi is then later shoved back into the machine and gets the morphin powers.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So what? But okay, whatever. Um, so yeah, now we also got to meet Zoe, who she was a dropout at the Grid Battle Force Academy, or not a dropout, she flunked out. Um, and she is the laundry girl, but she has like a motto. It's I don't run from big problems, I solve big problems. So she's an extreme optimist. She is like one day, I'll be an important person here. I swear it. I believe her mom is a reporter. Um,
I think so. Yeah.
so So
That feels
she was
familiar.
given that get up and go gumption from her mom, and she's like, "Oh, you should be the best beautiful young lady you can be." And she's like, "Gosh, Tootin', you're right, Mom. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna make something of myself." Um, so she when these avatars start attacking, she starts to run, and she's like, "No, actually, I'm going to run towards the problem. I saw big problems." And she helps Devin and Robbie, and the three of them get like tied up by this like hand tentacle attack thing, and like
Yeah.
they like stumble backwards in the machine, and Nate sees them stumble in the machine. He's like, "Now's my chance! What the Sigma?" And he activates the machine and makes them Power Rangers. Um, and yeah, so they get infused with the DNA of a cheetah for Devin, the Red Ranger, a gorilla for
Mhm.
Robbie, the Blue Ranger, and a jackrabbit for Zoe, the Yellow Ranger. And
Mhm.
let's get this out of the way real quick. So they decide in episode like 3 or something to have them have these like stupid drawbacks. So, okay, the idea is that the Evox virus did partially corrupt their animal DNA. So, okay, because cheetahs are cats and cats are scared of dogs, when Devin sees a dog while he's morphed, his body just locks up, completely freezes up. He cannot do anything. Um, when Ravi is fighting too much, his body overheats and he goes super like feral and starts attacking everyone around him. Um,
Yeah.
and Zoe's is maybe the most egregious of all. It's she, her body's processes are super fast, like a rabbit's. It's like, okay. It's like, so she needs to consume more energy. Okay. So she needs to eat carrots, which
I
do
forgot
not
this.
help jackrabbits.
I completely forgot this.
Yeah. So she's just now eating carrots like they're going out of style. Um,
Hmm.
I sometimes have to just unclench and be like, it's for kids. It's a show for kids.
Mhm.
Like, come on. You could at least you're all about teaching good lessons to the kids. You had the fucking Saved by the Bell ass, like, remember, we should not litter and all that stuff way back in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like,
Mhm.
can't we teach kids that if you feed carrots to their pet rabbits, they'll fucking slowly starve them? Like,
Yeah, probably we should.
but and also we should probably teach kids not to think that cheetahs, one of the most vicious hunters in the world, are going to act like house cats and be afraid of a dog. It's like, I doubt that your 8-year-old's going to wind up in the safari, but just in case,
Hmm.
we should probably teach them that there's a difference.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, uh, they all get a robot sidekick. I don't remember all their names. They're like Jax for the rabbit, Smash for the gorilla, and I think it's Cruz, right? For the he, he's not even a cheetah.
Uh,
He just looks like a generic
yeah.
transformer. I
Yeah, I
believe
struggle to remember all the details of this one.
I believe he's voiced by Kelson Henderson though.
Oh, shit.
The red one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So they they all act as minor vehicles for all of them, but also become the control console for their Zords. Um, Now the Zords, again, we're just taken from both parts of Go Buster. They have a normal vehicle form, but they can also transform into an animal form. Um,
Hmm.
which let's also get this out of the way. It's very funny that Hasbro started with the Power Rangers franchise that's got Transformers.
Yes.
Um, hell, maybe that's why they chose this one. I don't know. But
Hmm.
uh, and then like okay, we mentioned it earlier. Nate becomes the Gold Ranger. Uh, now,
Hmm.
okay, they did this for the Navy and Crimson, the Thunder Rangers as well. I don't know if you
Hmm.
noticed, but Japanese people really like beetles.
Interesting. Yeah, and there's like the Beetleborgs. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Beetleborgs,
Yeah.
the two beetles for the because like the two main beetles that they love drawing on are stag beetles and Hercules beetles.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
I want to say Hercules beetles are the ones that are called like Kuwagata or something.
Hmm.
They use that shit everywhere. And they use it for the Thunder Rangers, and they also use it here for the Gold and Silver Rangers. So there's supposed to be two different forms of beetles. I don't remember what Nate is supposed to be. Oh, it's a praying mantis. Why? That's not. God damn it! It's a different bug.
Okay.
It's just really frustrating, man. Why? They're just pointless. Just say it's a beetle. We have beetles in America too. We know what they are.
We know what a beetle is.
You don't need to call it the Kumagata Ranger, but you could call it the Beetle Ranger. Like, come on, man.
That's funny.
So anyway, yeah, they do that, and then he makes a robot, and the robot is it called Steel? Am I right?
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Okay. He becomes his brother, and I don't mean like found family adoption, like you made me and we're close. No, like he literally by the end of the show gets turned into a human on some Pinocchio ass bullshit.
Yep.
Stupid, unnecessary. 0 out of 10. Um, but so the only thing that makes that anything close to okay is that that would now make his last name Silva. So now there is someone with the last name Silva who is the Silver Ranger.
Yeah.
And
Very good. Very
I
good.
guess,
Fair
and
enough.
yeah, I gotta get something out of this. So there it is. I I think okay.
Hmm.
So Nate and Zoe have like a romance thing going on, but we've gone right back to like it's a whole bunch of will they, won't they. We can't ever say that they're like in a romance. I don't think they kiss. I don't think they ever get past like awkward like shuffling in their seat when sitting next to like, ah, she sure is pretty. Oh boy, he sure has nice teeth. Um,
Hmm.
like it, it's pretty much always just that. Which when we're talking about like rebooting Power Rangers, my number one thing, I don't want that Power Slash Rangers bullshit. I don't want it to be like a bunch of
Yeah.
child raping and fucking like gory slaughter. But if we're going to get anything that's more adult, please just let them have fucking relationships. I think a series where the entire premise is different kinds of people coming together and navigating their differences to make a
Hmm.
better whole. Which is what Power Rangers at its core is. You've got the Asian and you've got the black and you've got the gay and you've got the white and you got all these different people forming a team
Hmm.
and they literally combine to make a bigger, better robot. Like your relationships, foundational aspect of Power Rangers, and we're only ever interacting with the platonic side of that. There's a whole other facet
Yeah,
of
we got to do
drama.
more.
There's a whole other facet of drama to explore with with like actual relationships, like romantic ones.
Yeah.
Hell, we want to get a little spicy. Let's explore a sexual topic once in a while. Again, we don't need to like make this like super hardcore porn for like the 21 and up crowd. But like, we don't really need to make this shit for preschoolers all the time either. Like, if we're redoing it, let's aim for that young adult demographic.
Hmm.
Okay. Ravi has an interesting thing that goes on in this story though. So because him and Roxy, they were actually dating, but Ravi is like a huge stickler for the rules.
Yeah.
So one of the rules of Grid Battle Force, I assume it's meant to emulate typical workforce stuff where it's like you shouldn't date your coworkers. Um,
Yeah. Makes
uh,
sense.
or like maybe a military thing, right? Like you shouldn't form like too deep attachments with these people because then you might compromise the mission for their sake and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Um, so it's like Power Rangers shouldn't date each other is one of the rules that Red Battle Force sets. And so
Right.
he like tries to cut her off, and he basically like had a pseudo breakup with her right before she went into a coma. And so now he feels extremely guilty about that. It's like, actually, I do love you, baby. Oh, please be okay. So the villains, they decide to manipulate him. They have Avatar Roxy start like flirting with him and being like, actually, maybe I am a bad girl, but maybe I'm like secretly kind of good underneath, and I just, oh no, I got to get away from you because you make me like feel these feelings, and he's just like, no, wait, we could talk it out, and like they puppeteer the fuck out of this boy. They play him like a fiddle. No, it turns out she is just evil, and she goes, ha ha, gotcha, dork, and um
Hmm.
but it is interesting. Like that's a nice aspect again because relationships are so fucking rare in Power Rangers. We never get to see villains like mm, do that out of manipulation. Every once in a while, we get a villain that goes on a date with a Power Ranger, but it's always like genuine, right? It's always nice.
Yeah.
Astronema actually had a thing for Zane, and um, God damn it, why can I never remember her name? Nadira actually had a thing for Lucas.
Oh yeah.
Um, and so like it's nice. Trust me, I love that shit. Seeing Astronema like wistfully staring out the window with like a flower in her hand or something, I'm
Hmm.
like top tier. That's so good because she's always so fucking mean. Um, but it was nice for once to just have the villain be like, no, I'm going to use the fact that you like me to my
Hmm.
advantage. Um, it's great. It's horrible and cruel, and it's wonderful for that. Uh, but Devin hit a lot of his. Okay, so they're back to the secret identities thing,
Yep.
which which is weird because like most of the time we have a government organization, their identity is publicly known, but
That's true. I didn't think of that.
this is one of the only times where it's a government-based team, but well, I guess it's not a government-based team. It's a private organization team, right? But
Yeah.
you get what I mean. It's an organization. And
That's true. It's not like they're not like the military. It's
it's
well,
privately funded and all that.
yeah. Hmm.
But
Interesting.
I'm sure they're government subsidized, but that's not the same thing. But regardless, they have secret identities, so the mayor doesn't know that Devin is like being a Power Ranger. So he keeps being like, "You got to do something with your life, son. Here, work at a car wash because that will get you further in life than being an expert martial artist." What the fuck is the mayor on? Look, no slander to people who work at car washes, but like, come on, man. You're not making more than an MMA fighter. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. So Devin has this little arc where he has to keep lying to his dad, making him think he's a fucking deadbeat when actually he's like out there saving the world. Again, very Wes adjacent, um, which I appreciate that. If you're gonna pull from a classic, pull from a good one, and Time
Yeah.
Force is about as good as you can get. So.
Hmm.
Um, Okay. Oh, there's also an episode where early on, Devin is named the leader, and Ravi and Zoe both get pissed. I think Ravi has a lot more reason to be mad. For one, he is the son of the commander, which I'm not advocating nepotism. I'm just saying that would be a reason why he would think he deserves it.
Yeah, decent enough. Yeah.
But he also is the most experienced. He's the only one of the three that was actually supposed to be a ranger. Um, and then Zoe's like, "Come on, I'm a self starter, and like I have more passion about this than either of them." Like, and and like they're bickering so much. They're getting mad. They're spending the episode trying to prove why they should actually be a leader. And Devin's just kind of like throws up his hands. He's like, "Look, you guys work out what you got to work out." And then like it
Hmm.
eventually gets to a point where they're compromising the mission. He's like, "Hey, focus. We got shit to do." And they're like, "What? Oh, yeah, good point." And then at the end, like Commander Shaw is like, "Okay, I want to point something out. That's why I picked him." Because he's focusing on the job and he's not being a petulant child like the two of you are. And they're just like,
Sure.
oh, but okay. So Devin's really cool. You know, he's clearly like he's a little suave, but he's got a passion. He likes to play around. He likes to have fun, but you know, he's also hyper focused. Like when
Yeah.
stuff is going down, he is more than capable and willing to step up to the plate and be serious. You know, he has a strong sense of justice, and I really appreciate him. He's a really good Red Ranger. Um, honestly, like probably in my top 10. Like I really like him. Um,
Okay.
Ravi, he's fine.
He's blue, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely not one of my favorite Blue Rangers, but you know,
Yeah, he's there. He's
he's got more personality than a Lucas or whatever, or a
true.
Chad.
Oh yeah, Chad.
You remember Chad, the SeaWorld guy?
Yeah, I remember Chad.
Yeah, he exists. God, I'm so mean about like those couple of years of Blue Rangers, but they were just kind of like really background characters.
Yeah.
Lucas's personality was he drives a car and he went on a date with Nadira and he's really cool.
Hmm.
And it's just like, okay.
Yeah, that was about it.
Um, but Zoe, okay, I do really like Zoe. Um, she is I don't even want to say like she's like a dork or a goober. She's just like she's extremely passionate. She's so sickeningly optimistic. Like it makes me want to hate her. But she always follows through with it. So I'm like, okay, I can't bring myself to hate you. She's like
Yeah.
you. It's like you're the type of person I should hate, but I'm just like, nah, he's okay. He's good.
It just can't do it.
I just can't. You got the human embodiment of a golden retriever thing going on, so I'm just like,
Yep.
all right, all
Where'd that tennis ball go?
right. Are you seriously asking that, or was that a bit?
I mean, I genuinely do have a tennis ball that's supposed to be on that nightstand, and anytime someone mentions the golden retriever thing, I am reminded that I lost that tennis ball a while ago and don't remember where it
Okay.
is.
Well, I don't think we need to ask what animal you would be combined with, if you were on the team. You know,
Yep.
that's a fun thing. What animal would I be combined with? Do you
Yeah,
think?
what would you get?
I'm asking you.
Um, hmm. Oh man, it's not a cat. You hate you hate that one cat enough
I
to
okay. Hold
disqualify
on.
you from merging with a cat.
Before anybody gets upset with me, I do love Gus, but I also hate him. It's you got to live with him to understand where I'm coming from. He
Yeah,
sucks.
but also like I could see the cat vibe, you know?
Cats do like me. It's because
Yeah.
I'm very solitary and you know
Yeah, the independent, fuck you, I don't need anyone vibe.
yes, I wouldn't be mad about it.
That could be
Um,
that could be cats. Hmm. I don't know. They're cooler than like the animals they're getting blended with are cooler than cat though. I need to think of something cooler than that. Let's see. Where would you wind up? Um, hmm. Man, I don't know. I mean, maybe it would just be some big cat.
that's fine. I, I wouldn't mind. Um, all right, so here we go. We're going to talk about the big twist. Are you ready?
Oh, there's a
Um,
twist?
for
I'm not ready for the twist.
Beast Morphers.
Yeah. Where's the twist?
Are you being serious?
No, I'm doing a bit.
Oh, okay. I really couldn't tell for a
I'm
second.
like, oh my god, there's a twist?
I was, it was such an extreme reaction. I was like, what? I was like, did you forget? Um, okay, so there is an episode where Nate decides to call for some advice, and we get to see
Yes.
Olivia Tennant as Dr. K return, and
Awesome.
um, she
She
basically
looks
just
great.
yeah, she does. She's basically just on a Skype call from another dimension,
Yes.
but she calls in, and he's like, "Hey, so from one child genius abducted by the government to another, um,
Okay.
let's say you were fighting an evil virus that is hell bent on destroying the Power Rangers." And
Hypothetically.
she's like, right, sounds familiar. Go on. And he's like, I feel guilty. I feel like the reason this virus has gained so much power, it's my fault. And she's like, okay, buddy, we need to have a talk because and she, gives him some words of wisdom and it helps. And you're like, oh, that's nice that because like there's a lot of similarities between this and RPM. So it's nice that they mentioned it. If we get nothing else, we got that.
Yeah.
Except we get a whole bunch else because it turns out Evox is Venjix. That's right.
Holy
This
shit!
is a shadow sequel to Power Rangers RPM, my number one Power Rangers series. The only thing RPM ever left as a dangling thread was like a fucking Marvel post-credit scene where where the briefcase where all seven morphers were put in, we find out that after they murdered the fuck out of Venjix and cut off all connection to the internet for him, he did have some place left to jump, and it was inside a morpher. He was in the Red Ranger morpher. And when they sent that briefcase as some of the various Ranger tech for Grid Battle Force to study, he
hmm
got out. And okay, now this is where, again, this like animal DNA shit starts to make no sense. The computer virus, not a biological virus, a computer virus, lines of
hmm
code merged with snake DNA?
Yeah, a bit weird.
What? Okay, whatever. Who cares? I'm just going to choose to think that it's Digimon.
Sure.
So he, he now mutated into a new virus called the Evox virus, but he is Venjix. So there's an awesome part where like they're fighting Evox and he's got like a robot body now and Evox talks with exactly what you would think of for a snake villain. And
hmm
like he's like monologuing to them and he's like, here's something you don't understand. I am Venjix. And he switches to the original Venjix voice and so it's like,
Yeah, that was
holy
cool. That
I
was
was
very cool.
I was so excited when I found out about that. I was like, because I thought they just gave up on it. I thought that was just here's a little, there might be some in the future, but nah, we'll never do anything with it. Because RPM ended in 2009, and
Oh shit.
this,
Time's weird, man.
this series was what, like 2019?
Yeah, yeah, it ran through. Yeah, I think it was 19 and 20
Something like
or
that.
20 and 21.
And it had been at least a decade. And
Yeah.
we had little snippets of RPM, right? We had the Clash of the Red Rangers in Samurai, and then we had that stupid ass, shitty ass fucking they're going to Corinth in what's that fucking Megaforce?
Yeah. Um, shit.
So like the fact that they never did anything with it in either of those instances,
Yeah.
um, or like again, they supposedly came back for the legendary battle, and like there were multiple times where we could have touched on that, and we never did. I gave up. I thought that we were never going to get resolution for that. And
Yeah.
so Beast Morphers, I'm like, this is a pretty good Power Ranger season. And then it just slaps me in the face, like, by the way, here's the resolution to RPM. And I was like, what?
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty top tier.
So, yeah, it's just, God, I love RPM so much. Did you guys know? Did you know I love RPM? Because I do. And I'm going to be real. You know how you put Ninja Storm way too high on your list
Yep.
for clear personal bias, and I've
Yep.
not done that because I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You are a very unbiased and logical person.
yeah, fuck you. But here is where I'm going to cheat and let my personal bias go in, because this series should not be past, like, I don't know, like very middle of the pack stuff.
Hmm.
But it's probably going to go up way higher on my list for the sheer reason that it's a sequel to RPM.
Yeah.
So I'm now going to fuck up my list the same way you fucked up yours. Um, but okay, I'm just trying to think. Is there any other stuff that I read? Like, there's Scrozzle, but like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. There's the crossover.
What? Huh? What was the crossover?
They do. They meet. Jason.
Right. Well, oh yeah, they do all the dinosaurs. They do Mighty Morphin, Dino Thunder, and Dino Charge, right?
Yep. Yeah. They get all the Dino Rangers, and they get to meet Jason, and they fight the new Goldar.
Oh god, the new Goldar sucked.
Yeah, the new Goldar sucked, but I liked the lead up to it where they're like, we're gonna bring someone back. And it was like, oh, that's exciting. And then they're like, it's Goldar! And he sucks. And I'm like, ah, okay.
Yeah, you made Goldar worse. It's like, well, that's fine because Jason's put on a few pounds, so
That's
let's.
true. That's true. Thankfully, the morphing sequence fixes that.
Yeah, in the same way that it made Justin into an adult,
Yeah, and in the
it'll
same way
slim.
that it squeezes Kruger's doggy head into a helmet.
Yep, it'll shed a few pounds off of Jason's BMI.
Hmm.
All right, so uh, man, which is a thing that I like. By the way, I like that like, because morphing, the idea of like your body is literally transforming into something. Like, a lot of times it doesn't feel like it does much. It just feels like they put on a suit, especially because of the fact that they can remove the helmets. It just feels like you summoned a suit to wear, which is lame. But it's like, no, their bodies are supposed to be actually transforming, morphing, if you will. And and like the idea that it will always turn you into the peak physical condition that you could be in, whether it's old ass Billy in Once and Always becoming like, able to do a whole bunch of front flips and everything, whether it's tiny ass baby boy Justin becoming an adult, or whether it's like someone who's out of shape becoming, like, even what was his name, the Plessia Ranger before Kindle,
Oh, I forgot.
the conspiracy theorist New Zealand guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean. But
Yes.
he is not like fighting fit, but he became a Power Ranger, which made him fighting fit. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he can be pretty good now. I
Hmm.
love that. Now, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but there's a really fun thing that the Boom Studios comics did where Billy, while he was in high school, he was still getting bullied. So after becoming a Power Ranger, in the mornings, he would morph into the Blue Ranger, take off his helmet, and then put normal clothes over top of his suit. So he would go to school morphed so that he was no longer afraid of getting beaten up at school.
That's that's a fun concept. I like that.
Yeah, and like one of his friends like confronts him about it. They're like, man,
Yeah,
you're
you can't be
you're
doing this, man.
you're secretly morphing, and like it's essentially you're using it like you're roiding up, and like we're not supposed to misuse our powers for personal gain. And he's just like, look, man, I'm just scared. And you're like, well, then you got to toughen up in your normal form, like so. Like I think shit like that is cool. Again, I wish we could tackle these things. I hope that that's what the reboot will be able to do. But we've talked forever about the reboot and speculation and all that, so we'll see. But
Yeah.
um, is there any other things that I really wanted to touch on with Beast Morphers? Uh, oh, let's talk about the theme song real quick. They made the theme song way shorter. Every other theme song has
Oh
been about a minute.
yeah.
Every other theme song is
Yeah.
about a minute. This one's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Um, and uh, I mentioned Linkara's history of Power Rangers in these a lot. He kind of hates the theme song. I I like it, but I feel like if it was a full minute theme song, that would have made it able to be fleshed out and be more. Um, it's a little bit of techno mixed with rock, which I dig that. Um, and I don't know, there is something neat about like the extremely synthesized Power Rangers, and
Yeah, I
then
like that.
and you go to it's morphin time, and then they have this like sudden like orchestral like for justice we fight with beast morphin light, and it's just like whoa, that's pretty cool. But again, it's like way too short, and then it cuts off, and it immediately goes back into the go go Power Rangers, go go Power Rangers.
Hmm.
It's short. Um, I wish it feels a little undercooked because of how short it is, but I
Yeah.
do like it. Um, I like it conceptually. What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice. It's not one of my favorites. Um, but yeah, there. I mean, certainly at the end, it's very satisfying, and the Power Rangers Beast Morphers is
Yeah.
cool. Um, yeah, it's
Well,
nice.
I'm
It's
also a
not.
big
I had no problem with it, but it's like not one of my favorites.
I'm also a big Daft Punk fan, so I'm a fan of like synthesized
Sure.
vocals.
Yeah.
So I like that stuff. Um, okay. Again, the villains. They do this thing where season one they quote unquote defeat the avatars, but then in season two they just like make new ones. They're essentially the
Oh.
same people, but they're like slightly modified now.
Hmm.
I think I think Blaze's like dark red avatar now becomes like orange, and I think like
Yeah, her yellow one turns purple.
yeah, seems weird. She gets weird purple highlights in her hair now. It's I don't know, uh,
Yeah.
but like now the for season two the originals Blaze and Roxy the actual humans are awake again. Um, so these aren't even like the same kinds of avatars. I don't know. It's fucking weird. But they just keep using Avatar Blaze and Avatar Roxy. Um, again, Scrozzle's whole thing is just that he makes the Tronics. Is that right? Which
Yeah, I think
uh,
so.
a fun thing is that the Tronics have a red eye in the center of their forehead, which is very reminiscent of Venjix's original red eye pillar that he had before he had a robot body.
Hmm.
So that's almost certainly a mistake because the Tronics are definitely from Sentai footage, but it's just really cool that they were like, hey, what if this was like a hint at it being Venjix? So I like that. Um,
Yeah.
the Tronics are cool. Um, now the monsters for this, what are they called? They're like Robotrons or Robo something. They're fucking
Yeah,
Robo
I don't
monsters.
remember it.
And they so the Morphers for this season use keys similar to Turbo, but but they're not like plug and twist keys. You just plug them in. And so the villains also use keys. What they do is they steal Morphex with their schemes, and then they make these Morphex keys, and they plug it in like a fucking USB drive into random shit like a pile of tires. Let me say that again. They plug a USB stick into a pile of tires somehow, and it transforms it into a monster.
Yeah,
Um,
it's weird.
um, again, not entirely sure how the logistics work, but I do like when we turn random shit in the environment into a monster because it can make for really good individual storytelling based on the
Hmm.
environment. If
Yeah.
we're, having a day at the fucking go-karts, you turn a car into a monster. Or if you have like a picnic in the park, you turn a picnic basket into a monster. Shit like that always makes for fun, unique designs. Um,
Hmm.
so, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I will say most of the villains' plans literally are just, you gotta spend money to make money. Let's use some of the Morphex that we've managed to steal so far to steal more effects. And and the end goal was always for Evox to gain enough power through Morphex to break out of his digital prison and make a robot body and start attacking the world again. 'Cause you know what? I feel like it is an interesting plot point that we never really touched on with it. Is that you had a villain who already had his battle, his struggle. He successfully
Yeah.
took over the world, and now he's been reset back to square zero. And now his goal is to take over the world again, even if it's a new one. And
Hmm.
like, wouldn't it be fun if, like, because obviously they couldn't say it was Vengeance right out the gate because that would ruin the fun twist. But
Right.
like, if we knew it was Vengeance all along and him having more lines of like, God, I'd already won. I pretty much like took over the whole world except for that one fucking city, and now I'm stuck with these losers who can barely score me a canister of Morphex. I was the king of the world, man. Like,
Hmm.
how'd I fall so far? That would have been really good.
Yeah.
Um, Oh, I should also say that the cliffhanger from season one is that Mayor Daniels found out that Devin is the Red Ranger. Devin rescued him because he got kidnapped into that digital space, and
Right.
we think everything's all good. Except, Evox seems to have infected Mayor Daniels. Um, so the mayor was just a villain for a while there.
Yeah, he
Uh,
was.
that was fun. Um, it was also very obvious. I'm If this wasn't a kid's show, I'd be like, why didn't any of you clock that he was clearly like corrupted?
Yeah.
We never talked about Ben and Betty.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay, I think people are mean about this. I like Ben and Betty.
I wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can. Yes. 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 I was like. I remember the names. I can place them. I can do it.
They
Yes.
are
I think
they
they were
are
fun. They were
they
fun.
are
The
the comic
assistant
relief
people.
duo for
Hmm.
this season. They also
Yeah.
work as security guards at Grid Battle Force, but they're actually really smart. I mean, they're dumb as hell, but they're smart. So they like to make inventions to try and help the Rangers because
Yeah.
this isn't a Bulk and Skull thing where they're antagonistic. They're constantly bumbling and like fucking things up, but they're trying to help. They are their friends, um, and on occasion they actually do help. I think in like one of the earliest episodes they make a taser, and it's like a fucked up taser, right? Like it doesn't
Right.
work properly. Like it electrocutes whoever's using it. But there is a part where a monster has the Power Rangers cornered, and Betty comes up behind the monster and tases it and herself to save the Rangers. Um,
Yes, I do remember that.
and I'm like, you know what? Knowing that it's going to hurt you, but still jumping in to save them, that's honestly brave.
Yeah.
I like them. It's very funny because she seems almost to like act out of like competition or pride. Because like in episode one, when when Zoe's like starting to escape, and then she goes, "No, I don't run from big problems. I solve big problems." And she turns right around. Betty then like comes around a corner. She's like, "We solve big problems too." And Ben's like, "No, we don't."
Yeah.
So they're really good. I appreciate them. There's also less flatulent humor, which definitely appreciate that. Um, I like them. I wouldn't have minded if they got to become Rangers briefly.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah. Um, okay. Is there anything I'm missing?
Man, hmm. I don't think I can think of anything else. I like the Pinocchio real boy shit you already mentioned. That was nice. They did that right at the end. That was fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Look, I shouldn't.
I wanted to mention the same thing that I have been mentioning for the last few seasons, which is that it's funny that in every season now, and there's always a reason for it. Like they have files, or in this case, they were visited by other Dimension Power Rangers and given tech from them, but that they all like are completely aware of the entire history of Power Rangers up to this point, which has just become funny because I'm remembering back in the Disney era and before, when every time there was a crossover, it was like, what? You guys are Power Rangers too? That's awesome! And who are
Fucking,
you people? What's your deal? This is so cool. But
fucking Dusty
in
thought that
these,
Power Rangers were comic book characters. Like,
yeah, and then in these last like 4 or 5 seasons that we've covered here, it's like in this one that Jason shows up. You're Jason, the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. I've read about you, and it's just like it's like I don't like dislike it, but I miss the other way
yeah,
of the
I'll say
feeling out and discovering what other Rangers are and who they were and what they've been through.
I do understand with what you're saying, and I do agree to a certain extent. I agree with the sentiment, but I think logically it never made sense to me because ever since the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were on a late night talk show, they
That's
did,
true.
they did interviews. Why is Dustin acting like he can't fathom that they're real? Like,
That's very true.
so I think this makes a lot more sense, especially with um, how many of those teams where their public identities were common knowledge. Like everybody knew who the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers were. Like
True.
they people should go, hey, wait a minute, you're Carter Grayson when he
Yeah,
shows
and
up.
like every year, these people famously save the world on television and are
Yeah,
all over the news.
yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Um,
I trust me, I get what you're saying. I do miss the
Anyway, I
mystique.
miss the vibe of it
Yeah,
more than more than the logic of it.
yes,
But yeah, I think that is a noted shift somewhere right around the Samurai Megaforce zone, where at and after that point, they're all just like, we know the whole history of Power Rangers. We know everyone. We're not going to be surprised if someone shows up. Um, and I think that's kind of it is an interesting change
I'll say what
that
I
these
think
last few have.
changes with that though is that while we lose the mystique of who are you, you need to prove
Yeah,
yourself to me. What we instead is reverence and respect. Um,
true. I like that a lot.
yeah, like
Like that. Like on the flip side of that, that's really cool that he shows up and it's, oh my god, you're Jason,
yeah,
the legend, the original Red Ranger. You're so
because
cool.
because if like say for Beast Morphers, Jason showed up and Devin was like, I don't know you,
Who the
old
fuck are
man.
you?
You got to prove yourself to me. Like I'm important. Like it would feel disrespectful. So
That's true. That's very
because like when you have a crossover with the previous season, that's one thing. They've only got
yeah.
1 year of veteran status now. Um, when the Lightspeed no not the when the Lost Galaxy Rangers are like getting to know the In Space Rangers, the In Space Rangers are like they're cool because they were big heroes last year, but it was only last year. So when they're like, sort of like rubbing up against each other, like, oh, we're better. No, we're better. Like you can
Yeah.
see it. But like a
Hmm.
veteran of like 30 years of Power Rangers history, like you don't want
But that's true. That's very true.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
Are we ready to rank?
I think we're ready to rank this. Oh wait, is anyone super hot in this? We keep doing that, so I feel obligated.
You know
I
what?
feel obligated to
I'm,
touch on it.
I'm going to let my buy flag fly real quick, and I'm going to say Devin.
All right, yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
He's
Um,
really good looking. Um,
so what's funny is it was Blaze and Roxy.
yeah.
What's funny is they vaguely resemble what I think me and Miranda would look like if we were much fitter.
Okay, you know what? I'm imagining
and
you. I'm
like
imagining
and
Blaze.
like hot like Hollywood star level,
I
attractive.
I don't know what Miranda looks like, but I know what you look like, and so yes, I can see the resemblance with Blaze.
Apply whatever reverse filter you have to turn Blaze into me, and that's how you can get it.
Okay. Well, now I feel slightly more awkward because right after you started talking, and I had already said Devin, I was like, oh, Roxy's super hot,
Dude,
and
Roxy's nuts, man. Like I've always thought that.
because I forgot about her for a second because I my order of thinking was like, okay,
You're going through the
like
Rangers.
start with the Rangers, and I was like, Zoe's fine, and then I was like, okay, who's immediate supporting cast? Ben and Betty. Betty's all right, and then I went, oh yeah, Roxy.
It's like what I'm getting at here is Roxy's my type.
I get you. I get it. Hey, uh, you you already know I like the bad girls, so
Oh yes.
when she turns Avatar, I'm just like, yeah, it does something.
Yeah.
So,
That's
which is very
true.
funny
That's
because
true. There's something extra about the evil version of her that I don't feel
because
when she's in the normal version of
the
her.
normal version's like wearing sundresses and be like, ha ha ha, ha, and going on a picnic and
Yeah.
shit, and you're
Yeah.
just like, okay,
Cute, but the other one's like, "Oh, damn.
yeah, stop on me, what?
It's a presence thing."
Yeah, she's
Also,
got that,
props
she's
to
got
the
that thing.
actress for having such a wildly different presence
Yeah,
as both
she's got
versions
that
of
thing
Roxy.
where she can point at you and tie you up. Like, mm, sheesh.
All right, I'm ready to rank it.
Okay. Now that we've
I gotta
gotten our
pull up.
requisite horniness out of the way for the Power Rangers
Yep.
episode.
Yeah, that's required. So
Okay. Real
what?
quick, Jordan,
Yeah.
please. There's a lot of these. I'm going to actually ask you to start slowing down when you read the list because
Okay.
I feel like I'm having to think at a mile a minute to
Okay.
figure out
Okay.
where I want to put these.
All right. So you have RPM in first place,
Right.
followed by Time Force,
Okay.
then SPD,
All right.
then Dino Thunder,
Right.
then In Space, then Dino Charge,
Uh huh.
then Jungle Fury, and then
Okay.
Lost Galaxy, Ninja Storm, then Zeo, Mighty Morphin, followed by Lightspeed Rescue, then to Mystic Force, Turbo, Ninja Steel, Samurai, Wild Force, Operation Overdrive, and Omega Force in last place.
I'm starting to feel a little bad about how low I have Wild Force.
It is starting to feel like we bullied it.
I'm like, do I really hate it that much? I'm definitely not a fan, but it's hanging down at the bottom of some stinkers. Shit.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. What was my fifth place again?
So you've got RPM, Time Force, SPD, Dino Thunder, and In Space is your fifth spot.
In space. Again, I'm very biased with this because of the RPM connection, but like, how biased am I? Is the question. What's
Yeah,
below?
how biased? The what?
What's below in space?
Dino Charge?
Which looks
Yeah, it's
really
tough.
good. Oh man, what's below Dino Charge?
Jungle Fury.
Jungle.
I can feel the tension.
Yeah, yeah. I'm having to weigh some options in my head. Let's see. Okay, let me verbalize. Let me verbalize. I think
Yeah, of course.
the the story connection to previous seasons
It's
gives
cool.
gives a greater plot element than what Jungle Fury has. I love the martial arts focus of Jungle Fury, and I would say that the super spy stuff, if they actually went into that, would rival that. But they didn't go into that really with Beast Morphers. The
Yeah.
villains, I think Jared slash Daishi, he's
He
really
was
cool.
cool.
He's so good as a villain, but it's hard to beat Venjix coming back. But he's not Venjix for the vast majority of the show. He's
That's
Evox, and
true.
as Evox, he's a lot less interesting.
Yeah,
The avatars are neat,
it's true.
but I
Most of
feel
what made Venjix interesting was the connection to the RPM Rangers.
yes. Um, I think the actors,
The acting.
honestly, the acting might be kind of on par with both seasons, to be
It's
honest.
pretty close. I personally like the Jungle Fury actors a little bit more, but
Yes. Well,
um,
when I was talking about the martial arts too, the choreography of Beast Morphers is so good. It sort of matches up with the martial arts vibe in that sense.
that's true.
What was above Jungle Fury again?
It was Dino Charge,
Now, Dino
and
Charge.
Lost Galaxy is under Jungle Fury.
I think I'm going to safely have this above Lost Galaxy.
Cool.
Um, okay, I'm Dino Charge. So Dino Charge had a
Okay.
stupid plot.
It does. It's
I
very
really,
silly.
I
It's got
enjoy the villains.
Sledge.
Yeah, I was just saying, I enjoy the villains. I enjoy Sledge. I even enjoy Heckle.
I fucking love Heckle, actually.
Yeah, yeah, he's really good.
I love the
Side,
actor.
no, but Heckle, yes.
Yes, I love that actor. He's having a
Um,
great time
he's
every time he's on
chewing the
screen.
scenery like crazy, and I love him
Yeah,
for it. Man, and the cast of Dino Charge is so
yeah.
strong.
They've got
Like, I think
Tyler.
they've got a much stronger cast overall than they do for either Beast Morphers or Jungle Fury.
Yep.
Um, okay,
They've got
I
the medieval knight guy. It's awesome.
Ivan.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. You know what? So that's my fifth place. I do think that my bias is
In
not
Space is
strong enough
fifth.
in spaces. Fuck. Okay. I
Dino
don't
Charge
think
sixth.
I don't think my bias is strong enough for this to make it into the top five.
Okay.
Um, but 6 or 7 might be a good place for it.
All right.
Okay.
Where are you putting it?
I I don't think I can because the ending is so bad for Dino Charge.
That's
But
true. I mean,
but
I think it's kind of fun, but
and then is Jungle
the
Fury.
dinosaur zoo.
Jungle. Okay, okay. You know what? I think I'm just gonna bite bite down. I'm gonna say I do think I have Beast Morphers above Jungle Fury,
Okay.
um, because uh, I find some aspects of Jungle Fury are just too. I don't want to say cringe because it's Power Rangers. The entire thing, but you
It
must be
does have
cringe
Flit,
and
and you
hate.
hate Flit.
But I hate Flit. I'm not a fan of the pizzeria, and
That's a shame. I love the pizzeria.
the furry costumes at the end. I am a furry, but we didn't need the fursuits in the finale. So I think I got to get real nitpicky. There's so many of these Power Rangers seasons, and a
Yeah.
lot of them
I
start to
know
get
we're
really
at the
complicated.
point where these are tough calls.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Beast Morphers above Jungle Fury,
All right.
but I think. because a lot of the episodes of in the middle of Beast Morphers, the vast majority are like extremely like kind of lame, and I feel like the ones from Dino Charge are more memorable, and I feel like the overall
That's
cast,
true.
you can't stack Robbie
Like,
against
I
Echidna.
recently watched all of these through, like last year, and I currently still remember a fair chunk of Dino Charge. I really don't remember most of I remember the beginning, I remember the ending, I remember the characters, but I remember like specific moments that really stood out to me throughout Dino Charge.
The problem with Beast Morphers is that the first 80% of it is like, yeah, it's all right. And then in the last 20%, you go, whoa!
Whoa, fuck yeah!
And I think I personally prefer a consistently fun and exciting experience over something that ramps up really hard at the very
Sure.
end. So,
Okay.
plus, we had the fucking crossing guard and the old lady, and they had the epic line walk with, Isaac.
Yes!
So, fine.
That
Okay.
alone.
I found it. It goes right below Dino Charge for me.
Awesome. So that puts it in your seventh place.
You know, that's still pretty good.
That is still pretty good. All right. My list currently
And
stands what?
again, to be clear, based on my own criteria, that is way higher than it should be. But I
Yes.
I just love RPM, man. I love
See,
RPM.
since I appreciated RPM a lot, but don't have as much of a nostalgic connection to it as you do, I'm excited to see where this winds up.
Yeah.
So I've got Dino Thunder in first place, followed by RPM, then SPD, then Ninja Storm, regrettably Time Force, then Dino Charge, In Space, Jungle Fury, Lost Galaxy, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Wild Force, Turbo, Ninja Steel, Samurai, Operation Overdrive, and Megaforce in last place.
You
I
put
like that
Dino
it's
Charge.
becoming very clear how similar the general layout of the lists are.
Yeah.
Like, there's a
I was
couple little weird upsets, but
I
they're
was a
very
little
similar.
surprised just now to hear that you put Dino Charge above in space. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it is. It's true. I don't remember what my reasoning would have been for that, but I'm sure it was a good. I did have a lot of fun with Dino Charge. I found it very refreshing.
Hey,
So that was what?
I clearly respect Dino Charge a lot. It gate
Yes.
kept my my RPM sequel series, so
All right. So this is going to be really tough for me because, like I said, upon a very recent rewatch of almost the whole Power Rangers franchise, like last year, um, I don't remember a whole lot of Beast Morphers, which is typically a bad sign for for it being something that really sticks out to me. But
it
it's
feels like
got
it's a
some really
very
cool characters.
it
What?
feels like it's a very all or nothing kind of series where a lot of it is forgettable, but then the parts that hit, they hit so hard.
That's true. Yeah, the Venjix stuff, that's awesome. We get to see Dr. K again. Um, I have been letting crossovers influence stuff, so although we got a shitty Goldar, we got to see Jason, so that was
Mm.
cool. Um, hmm. All right, so this is tough, but I think I have a pretty solid sense of what it goes below, because I'm looking at Jungle Fury, and that's right below In Space. There's no world I'm putting this above In Space or Dino Charge. Um, and then I'm thinking Jungle Fury, and I think I might be going the other way around as you did, relating it to Jungle Fury, because I really love the characters and actors from Jungle Fury. I find them really endearing. RJ alone is a huge win. Um, hmm. Yeah, and they've got like the Ghost Ranger things with the Spirit Rangers, where they've got the elephant and bat and shark. That's cool. And they've got Jared, and he's cool. But they've got Roxy, and she's cool. Um, I think on the weight of how much I love RJ and just the general acting in Jungle Fury, I'm putting Jungle Fury ahead of Beast Morphers. So let's see. Then I've got Lost Galaxy. Now we're getting into the old school stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. When I mentioned Lost Galaxy very briefly, when I was figuring out where to put Beast Morphers,
Hmm.
I was like, "There's no way that Lost Galaxy has anything as good." And then I remembered Maya swinging through the trees like Tarzan. I was like, "Well,
That is cool. That is
I mentioned
cool.
that, but yeah,
Yes, I know. They've got Mike. They've got they've got the first big crossover. They've got Power to the 10th.
to the 10th
Um,
power."
shit, I always do that too. I don't think I've ever said the title of that episode correctly, which is really funny because I respect it a lot. Um, oh man, they.
You gotta think like exponents, bro.
Let's see here. Okay, so Lost Galaxy, and they've got their Galactabeasts and their. But again, I don't remember a whole lot of it. Like the day-to-day episodes don't really stick out to me very much. I remember the ending, remember the beginning. So we're in kind of a similar situation where we're dealing with
Hey,
a season that has some standout cool stuff, but isn't particularly memorable to me.
not to
Hmm.
completely throw off your train of thought, but that's what I'm
Oh
about to
boy.
do. Why is it called to the 10th power when there's 12 of them?
God damn it.
Sorry, I just realized that.
Were there 12?
There's the Magna Defender and Zane.
Yes. Was Zane there?
I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't remember Zane being there now.
If Zane wasn't there, then
You
there
know
would still
what?
be 11.
You know what? Because I remember because there's the specific part where they say um where they're like counting there's only like 5 of you and there's 7 of us or whatever and then TJ goes, "How about 11 of us?" I know that he says 11.
Yeah,
Was Zane not there?
I
I'm
guess.
con- oh shit. I don't think Zane was in that episode. That's funny.
Well, either way,
Um,
it's still not 10.
yeah, it's 11. They specifically say it's at minimum 11 in the
Yeah.
episode. Um, that's very funny. Whew. Yeah,
Okay, sorry. Back to what
they
you were
for,
saying.
they forgot about the Magna Defender.
Sure.
Um, man, this is tough. This is between this and Beast Morphers, Lost Galaxy and Beast Morphers. That's a really tough one. Let's go. What's under Lost Galaxy? We have Mighty Morphin under Lost Galaxy. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, Mighty Morphin's got all the like. It's the classic. It's the original. But then Beast Morphers has a lot of cool stuff. Hmm. Mighty Morphin has Tommy. Beast Morphers doesn't have Tommy. Hmm. Man, but I'd feel bad about putting Beast Morphers this far down. But I don't remember most of it. I like the actors and the characters well enough, but it's not a very memorable season.
Hey man, look,
Um,
trust me, I'm aware. There's a reason I skipped over so much of like the middle portion of the series.
yep. I'm really
Speak your truth.
wavering here. It's not going below Zeo. It's going above Zeo. I know that much. I'm torn between right under Mighty Morphin or right under Lost Galaxy or right above Lost Galaxy. Um, I think I'm gonna put it right. Dr. K's cool. I'm like,
Yeah, see,
I'm all over the place, man.
you're remembering some of the RPM stuff now.
That is true. All right. Uh, hmm. I was really shocked when it was like I'm Venjix. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it. You know what? I'm gonna give. Which way is that episode titled? To the 10th power. I'm gonna let that win out for Lost Galaxy, and I'm putting Beast Morphers right under
Okay.
Lost Galaxy.
I think that's fair. Again, I recognize for future reference, I recognize I put Beast Morphers way too high. Um,
Which
you
puts
got
it
your
in
Ninja
10th place
Storm.
for me.
You got your Ninja Storm. I got my RPM. That's how we do it. And
That's funny. I put it in the dead center. I put it in 10th place out of 20 that we have done.
that I think that's fair because yes, the problem is that a lot of the episodes are extremely forgettable. It's always there's an episode like Zoe wants to make bikes a popular mode of transport, and so the villains are like, let's make a bike monster and steal
Yeah,
Morphers, and it's just like they're kind of all just like that. So until you
yeah,
finally get into the plot relevant stuff, which happens way too late in the game. So I
yeah,
recognize their weaknesses. Um, I'm just, a lot of my bias comes from they finally wrapped up a plot thread. The only major dangling plot thread from the series I love more than any.
yeah.
So
That's fair. That's a good reason.
yeah. Um, okay.
All right. So this makes Dino Fury our next one, right?
yeah. I'm going to see if I'm able to watch any of it. It's not
Oh,
really
you
been
haven't seen
available
much
to
of it,
me.
have you?
I haven't seen a whole lot. No. Like I know the stuff that happens because I've seen History of Power Rangers, but
Right.
I I always want to watch at least a little bit of a show myself to like say like I had boots on the ground. I was there. I saw what the acting was like. I saw what the musical choice. I need at least some firsthand experience. I don't demand I
You
watch an
should see if you
entire.
can do one of those like free trial Netflix things and then close it real quick.
Maybe I hate Netflix, but we'll see. Um, all right. Well, we're past the hour and a half mark, so we do have to wrap up. Um, any final thoughts on Beast Morphers?
Got nothing. It was a good enough time.
Yeah, it was extremely middle of the pack for you. It was slightly more than that for me because again, big RPM. If there is zero RPM lovers in this world, it means I'm dead. Okay. Everybody, thank you for listening. You can check out the Cape Corner Discord. I post updates, and you can communicate with me very easily on there. The link is in the description, or it should be. I mean, look, I'm going to be real. I haven't used that link in like 2 years. If
It
it
might not
doesn't
work.
work, if anybody tries to click on it and it doesn't work, you're listening to this on Podbean, which means that you can leave me a comment. So, um, like, you always feel free to be like, hey, you need a new link, and I'll get one if it's necessary. But I picked the like never expire option, so it should still be good theoretically.
Hmm.
Anyway, you can make suggestions for future episodes. Um, you can talk to Scotty, who's on there. Hi, Scotty. I know you're listening.
Beam me
And
up, Scotty.
and like Scotty, you could join me for an episode if there's something you really want to talk about. Um, you can, I mean, no, I said I'm going to stop talking about my Tumblr. I don't do any of the Cape Corner shit on that. It's just me reposting like anime girls that I think are hot. So, uh, what else? Hall of Pods, right? But like, is there
Yep.
anything? I used to have to say so much. Like, I had a support program that nobody paid me for, but I would still say that at the end of every episode. And we talked about our social medias,
Yeah.
but like now it's pretty much just the Discord and the Hall of Pods. So
Yeah,
it feels
and
so empty
social
now.
media is kind of dead.
Yeah.
It's-
Thanks, Elon.
yeah,
Um,
thank you.
all right, yeah, Hall Pods Podcast Network. Jordan's over there with the Phantom Optimists. We've also got the SJW Comic Book Club. We've got True Believers, a comic book podcast, and we've got Movies to Watch Before You Die. They're all great. You should give them a listen. Um, this is the part where like a good host would be like, "Oh, they're way more talented than me," but I refuse. I will not say that because I love myself too much.
I'll give Dylan that because he at least puts out an episode every week, and I can't do
Yeah,
that.
okay. He can have it, but I'll never give Chris the satisfaction. So
Yeah, fair enough.
it would be really funny if she hears this and she's just like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck is wrong with me?
We
Cats and
fight.
strays over here.
That's how we express that we care about each other. Is that we
That's
always
true.
talk shit and fight.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, thank you for listening. Stay strong. Stay true to yourselves. And remember, we can all be heroes.